Oh, hello there. It's me, Jimmy, and today we're going to do a bit of painting, if you don't mind. So, on the easel, we've got this canvas already ready to go. I've previously done this in 2 layers. So we had this background that I applied with a palette knife, and then once that had dried, I put this over the top again with the palette knife. I had no kind of idea in mind while I was working, but it began to look like a collection of buildings on a mountainside. So today I'm going to try to accentuate those forms by just doing some simple shadows with maybe just one colour. So if you fancy watching me paint and babbling away, then please do so. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, let's do this. So first of all, if I just show you my palette, I'm just going to be using this blue here, which is a phthalo blue mixed with a little bit of titanium white, just so you can see it a bit more. I quite like the blue with the yellow colour. I was going to draw in the shadows beforehand, but I'm just going to do it on the fly, I think. So let's just get on with it. My light source, I think, is going to be this side and quite low down, so bear that in mind. Right, I'm going to try and use what's already here to inform what I do. So let's get a bit in here, straight off the bat. So taking this edge here, basically. Where possible, I'm going to try to let the paint dry brush a little bit so that the paint informs the edge a bit, if that makes sense. So we've got a nice bit of shadow in here, and there's going to be more here in this recess. That's going to be carried across the top of here, and then we've got a bit here as well. So I'm kind of working with where the paint ran out with the palette knife when I was applying it. So there's shadow here as well. The paint's starting to run dry on the brush, but I'm going to keep it going a little bit just to make it a bit easier for me. And it comes down here. Yeah, it's just an idea I had. I don't know whether this will work or not. So we've got a shape here. Let's come in here. Something like that. Yeah, let's say that kind of roof comes to there, something of that nature, and also a bit in here. I'm not going to be overly fussy with this. Just going to let the paint do what it wants to. Yeah, I'm just going to block in. Basically, I'm just going to be blocking in the main shadow areas, I suppose. Then we can try and finesse it a little bit later, maybe. There's shadow here, apparently. So my brush is telling me. And maybe some there. I think here we want a lot more. I want to knock this right back down here, because I'm thinking this is behind most of the structure. I have no idea how this is going to look at the end. In fact, if it doesn't look any good, you won't be seeing it, so there we are. Okay. Not sure what's going on there, but let's just block that in for now. Okay. I think here we've got a little bit of shadow here. because each part's kind of overlapping, so this is going to create a bit of shadow here. Yeah, so I'm not using any reference for this at all. It's just purely just going with the flow, which may not yield a very good result, but who knows? Who knows? This could be a buttress here of sorts. So let's do that. Who knows what this shape is, eh? Well, that's what it is now. Don't know what that is. Okay, let's come up here. I may need to use a smaller brush. I'm a bit crazy there using that big one. So it's the middle of the day, so there's going to be a lot of traffic noises in the background. And as ever, I'm going to be puffing on my pipe. I'm going to try not to rotate the canvas much, which won't be good for my wrist, but it'll be better if we can keep it in one direction just to keep things simple for you, dear viewer. Okay. Right. A bit more shadow here. What's going on here? Got a little shape here, so I'm going to make that into a little window or some kind of prominence. Like that. And this shadow then bleeds out this way. Yeah, so I mean, some of my paintings, I plan quite meticulously. I know exactly what's going to be going where. But I also like working in such a way that I don't know what's going to happen. And I find that quite interesting. It doesn't always yield good results, but sometimes the process is more important than what it looks like. If you enjoy doing it, as I tend to enjoy the process, then that's just as important, I think. Okay, there's some kind of shadow going on there. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Okay. Is this looking like anything? I don't know. Let's make that a bit stronger there. Some of these edges would be quite strong depending on where the light's being cast, the shadow's being cast. Some of it would be a bit more diffuse. Okay, a bit more diffuse there. Okay, let's come up here. Got another platform there. See, we could also apply some highlights. I don't think I'll do that, but you could do. We shall see. Depends how I'm feeling. How randy I'm feeling. Joke. Okay. We'll put a little bit here. Just square that bit off. Just a little bit. So the light's coming up this way, really. I'm probably not going to be observing my own rules too strictly. Just going to go with the flow. Go with the flow. Right, I'm going to block this right in down here, because I think this is right back. This bit. Okay. Go. Yep. We've got a little structure here, I think. So we need to make that shadow there. Something like that. Okay. Yep. See, this is, I could do more if I moved the canvas, but I'm going to resist doing that for a bit. Let's get this dark as well. It's fun chiseling away at this, seeing what shapes we're left with. Again, so I'm going to try and use this bit here to inform the shadow here. It's casting quite a shadow here. Like that. This is a shape, so this will cast a shadow. Got a nice shadow there already, or a suggestion of, so let's bang it in. And this is casting a shadow as well. And it goes. Now we've got a problem, because the light, as I wanted, is coming from this way, but we've got shadow that's been created in the previous process, which doesn't really help us. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. Shadow there. What I may have to do is block that in later with some more yellow ochre. Let's get the smaller one out. So this can be in shadow, that's fine. Down to there. For this edge here, that needs to be bright. So it's hitting the full sunlight. These bits are okay. These bits are playing ball. What a strange place this must be. I wonder what it is, what this place is. I'm going to make that into a bit of shadow there to make it look slightly more mysterious. Yeah. Get some down there. Just a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Just got problems here and here, and some of these edges will be a problem as well, but we'll pretend that's all blocked in. Okay, here. Finding this slightly trickier to talk over than the abstract one I did last time. I'm going to use a bit of brain power, which doesn't come naturally to me, unfortunately. Okay, there's another roof there. Is there? Maybe. I'm saying there is, so it's going to be there. Okay, yeah. You can be there all right, old chum. Shadow here for sure. And this piece of roof is casting a bit as well. There you are. So, right, have I messed up here? This needs to be blocked in with some more light. Okay, let's carry on up here. Right, what have we got going here? See, there's a structure here, but we can't cast shadow because the light's coming from that way. So that's going to have to stay as it is. But we could, if we wanted to, highlight it to get that edge popping. Right. So up here. Okay. I will have to turn the canvas in a minute because it's not doing my poor wrist any good. Again, we've got the same situation here. We've got a structure there, but we're not going to be able to see it. But we can pick this one out. This roof could actually extend to the edge of that. Like so. Okay. Let's come back up here. Right, what's going on here? This is a mess here. It's not easily discernible what's going on. I'll carry on here for a little bit. So we've got a definite prominent tree there. I'm going to put a line there. Got to be careful because some of this paint's quite raised. So it's going to catch paint if I don't watch it. Light's coming up here. So we're not going to have shadow there as such. We may have a bit here, underneath here. Maybe even there, I don't know. Okay, let's get some of these popping. Definitely got shadow there. There's a roof, there's an eave there. I'm just going to pop a line in here. I don't know if this works. Yeah, well, we can get away with little ones like that. Did I press record? I did. Sometimes I forget, believe it or not. Okay. Right, up here, what have we got here? Right, we've got these nice spires. So I'm going to pick these out. Got a nice recess here of shadow. Let's try and get a bit of shape here. Something like that. Okay. Now we might have another little roof here. Let's pop it in. So we've got ourselves a double roof doodad. Something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Let's come back up here. A little bit of shadow here. See, now we could be quite fruity and really pop some shadow in. tempted to get this blocked in here. Now I've got a diagonal there, but I don't want to follow that. I want to get this. So this central tower is going to be casting a nice big shadow. Like that. But what do we do about these other bits? I hear you ask. Well, it's a very good question. I don't bloody know. But let's get my beast brush out. This is where it all goes wrong. Oh hell. This is loaded with paint. Too much really. Let's get this little doer out. Which is dry as a bone. Come on, come on. Right, let's get that popping a bit. Got a nice shape there. And we've got a structure here, but I have no idea what it is. But anyway, let's get this roof in. This conical castle top. Now obviously we're not going for perfection here. This is a rough and ready painting. I want it to be kind of not too refined, shall we say. You've achieved that, old boy. Okay. Just very simple blending. It's not going to be anything to write home about. I may clean this up later. Maybe. Now we've got a shape there. Now it's pure accident that shape occurred when I was painting it, but I think we should probably pick it out because it's there. So light's coming this way. Shadow. The whole thing will be in shadow. Oh yeah, I'll just bang it in all in shadow just to make things easier. This is other than the conical towers, this is the first real signifier, really, that it's a building, I would say. Now, underneath, we've got a suggestion of another shape, which I'm going to use in a way. So I don't know what this is. Just done that. I don't know what that is. I might block that in, but I'll leave it for now. Bit more shadow here. Let's let this sit in a little shadow pit. Okay. Now really we want more shadow on this side of the building really, so I'm going to go a bit heavier into these areas, I think. Right. Might even see some of these shapes are tricky to envisage. I tell you what, I'm going to block that in there. Am I? Be careful. I am, you know, doing it. Okay. Right, shadow, so this edge will be coming up here a bit. And also across here a bit. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's a very odd building, isn't it? Crikey. Let's get some... See, I like the way the light catches the edge of this, so I'm not gonna... I am. That'll do. Yeah, so it's catching that, that's fine. It's catching some of that, that's alright. Let's get this bit here in. That's begging for shadow. So in you go, chum. Oh, he likes that. He likes that a lot. Good, good. Good, okay. Okay. Now, tell you what, I've got this far without rotating the canvas. I'm going to try not to do it. Oh yes, swine. My wrist really doesn't like it. It's telling me. It's saying, what the hell are you doing, son? We had a deal. No shenanigans. Sorry. It's got to be done. Now, this isn't right, so we need more shadow here, I think, with just the tip showing, so to speak. So let's do that. I don't know if that's correct or not, but let's try it. Something like that. Something like that. Got a tiny bit of yellow there, that's nice. Does that work? Kind of, yeah, that's alright. I mean, this isn't going to be completely perfect. Ideally, you'd plan where the shadows fall. Also getting some, it's probably not picking up on the camera, but getting some nice, so where the blue's slightly transparent, it's showing through to the yellow, and we're getting the optical illusion that it's creating a bit of green, which is quite a nice accident. Yeah, that's casting a shadow there, across there. Lovely. Likewise here. This would be in shadow. Look at that. You'd have a similar thing down here, but this shape's very odd down here, isn't it? No idea what's going on there. Yeah, I don't know about down here. We don't know. We just don't know. Oh, looks like I'm colouring it in. Tell you what, let's colour it in. Down there it's pure shadow. Yeah. I might even do this. Something like that. Rough, rough, rough. Very rough. Okay. How's that looking? Plausible, I would say. Plausible, but not perfect. We're not looking for perfection, though. No. Okay. Starting to titivate a bit here. Okay. We can block this one in, I would say, because it's under this bit's casting shadow. That's what I'm going to say. So that can go in. Maybe there's a bit there as well. Yep, okay. I've just thought what I'll do is I'll repair these bits that need light on them. I'm going to highlight. So I will highlight. But let's colour a little bit of this in. That's a bit too much paint. Okay. I think it would be nice to have some little lines there. No idea what that is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't worry. So we've got an edge there. See, I really want to paint that in shadow there. But there wouldn't be a shadow there. Okay. Right. Now this next bit you can skip if you wish. I'm going to just try and blend a little bit on the edges of the shadows. I'll give you a timestamp and you can skip this because it may be a bit boring, but let's do that. I'm using a filbert for this. I quite like filberts for the blending. Is that a good idea? I don't know. I'm getting some like ghostly after images on my retinas because of the high contrast that I'm dealing with here. Has that done anything at all? Any worth? Not really. Trying to soften the edges a little, that's all. And using the paint that's already on the canvas. I'm not really needing to feed the brush as such. And we're getting a bit more of the green coming through because I'm making this blue a bit a thinner layer. Okay. It's not really doing a great deal. I don't know if it's certainly probably won't make much difference on the camera. the kind of painting that will give me a migraine. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Not keen on that shadow. This one we can almost push right back. I run the risk of really ruining this. Not that it's amazing at the moment, but okay. Trying to work a bit quicker for your benefit, really. I don't really want to bore you too much. Yeah, it's not quite dense here in paint, so I've got to be careful. That'll. Here. And what do we have here? So that's been cast from there. Soften that edge a little. Likewise here. Wonder why a filbert is called a filbert. Who knows? It's just one of those mysteries. I mean, you could have very straight, very clearly defined shadows, but I want to go for a slightly rougher looking effect. Wrist really doesn't like this. Behave. Okay, that's nice. This little bit here's nice looking. Okay. And we would certainly have a bit of shadow there, surely. So there. Okay. Let's make this shadow a bit deeper. The bigger the shadow, obviously, the more you're pushing the other object out. So you can do quite a bit with just simple shadows. Says me, as though I know, talking from experience. Not really, I'm just going with the flow, but that's what happens with shadows. You can do a lot with very little. A little depression there, it would seem. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost done with the shadowing. I tell you what, let's put a little bit in here. I wasn't going to, but I think it wants it. Okay, what do you think? We're pretty much there with the shadows, I'd say. Tiny bit of light's coming up behind this central spire, just hitting the top. I like that straight bit of shadow before it breaks up. Nice. Let's do it again there. And maybe there as well. How does that look? It's okay, it's okay. Right, let's have a little puff. Yeah, that'll do, I'd say. Right. First thing to do is I'm going to attempt to put some highlights. So for that I'm going to mix up a lighter yellow ochre. Right, out of shot I've got a bit of tissue. I'm just cleaning off my palette knife a bit. Okay, so let's just raw yellow ochre there. Bit of Naples yellow, bit of white. Bit lighter. Yeah, and just hold your palette knife up to the painting to gauge the value of the colour you're doing, rather than putting it on the canvas directly. You can always take it back off the canvas, obviously. That's that. A bit lighter. Let's go a bit lighter. Sorry, it's not really showing it very well, am I? Okay. That'll do nicely, so. Yeah. Okay. Right, I'm going to try and dry brush this on. Now, we don't want any infection from the blue to come in, because we will get green, obviously. So I'm just cleaning my brush, which has currently got brown on it of all colours. This is my paint thinner. I don't use a great deal of this. Sometimes you just need to knock out the colour that's in it, already in it. I mean, ideally, I think you would, if I had enough brushes and I could be asked, I would have brushes for certain colours. So ones that were predominantly for darker colours and ones for lighter colours. That would make sense. Oh, you're funny. Right, for this I may have to turn the canvas, I think. Let's have a look. It's very light, crikey. This is where I ruin it. Oh, to heck. Okay, I'm going to have to put it on its side, I think. I'm not. What am I doing? What are you doing, mate? We need to use a smaller brush. This one. How many brushes will I go through today? Who knows? It's a mystery. Okay. And I want a little bit more yellow ochre in this. It's a bit too light. I don't know if this was a good idea. I'm already picking up some of the blue. That's not good. Let's just pick it out a bit. Let's not go crazy. Definitely running the risk of ruining this. Into shadow territory there. Maybe we can do that later. A little bit there. It's a bloody great bit here. A dirty great bit of white, a bit of light. Right, so I think it's okay. What I'm going to do is just kind of dry brush a little bit more here and there, just to accent certain areas. This is where I really fuck it up. Let's put some here. Oh yeah, devil, look at that moving around. Running the risk of picking up the blue there. Which I am. Let's get some here. Bit here. Now, I think I may have over-egged the pudding here, I don't know. Just dry brushing a little bit here to blend it a little. It's giving it something. Why not? Why not? To give it some other another value, I guess. I mean, give it slightly more three-dimensionality, perhaps. Just texture, even. Oh, you devil, look at that. Just pulled up a load of blue. If that happens, don't panic. Tiny bit of paint thinner. And make it worse. Joke. Right. A bit of tissue. Off. On the floor you go. Which brush was I using? Ah, yes. So this brush has picked up the blue. Got to be very careful. A tiny bit of blue very quickly infects your paint. Blend that in a bit. Let's put a bit more there. A little bit there. Yeah, I'll keep it maybe just to this side, the highlights. I won't go over here. Maybe just there, actually. blue up again. It's more or less there, I'd say. See, I need this angle here. My wrist won't allow it, so I'm going to have to do it like that. A little bit there. Okay. I think that'll do. That'll do. It looks very different on the screen to how I'm seeing it. Not saying it's much better, but there's a bit more colour variation in real life. Hey, you devil. Okay. Tiny, I tell you what, I can't stop myself, so I'm going to put a tiny bit on these bits as well. Just tiny bits. Just to push it all together a bit. Ooh, that was a bit too heavy. Pick that blue up again. See, another thing you could do is run the light into the shadow a bit. I don't think I'm going to bother with that, but that could be a nice effect. Yeah, I mean it's also giving it an added texture to these areas, which is nice. Oh, you bastard! Picking up that bloody blue again. These are the harsh realities of painting in general, especially if you're a bit crap like me. Yeah, I've ruined it. Yeah, I've put it's too light on that side now. Oh well. What can you do? What can you bloody do? So, I had a good work earlier, so I thought I'd just finish it off now. What I'm going to do is just add some windows. I've tightened it up a tiny bit after I stopped the recording, but now we're just going to put some windows in. That's all I'm going to do. I was going to leave it like this, but I think it would look nice with a bit more detail. Now the only problem I may encounter is that I've used that white highlight. I've scrubbed it over the whole thing just to give it more texture, so it may cause some problems, but we shall see. So we've got that window there. Let's have a little. I'm going to use my other brush for this. here we're going to have a circle, I think. Okay, it's not too bad. Okay, a little circle. What else? What else? There's a little circle here as well, you know. Let's put it half in the light and half in the dark. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Right, this could be quite tedious to watch, but I'm going to just do little details here and there that I see fit. Now, if you want to zip forward to the end, do so, and you'll be able to see what it looks like at the end. Right, now what, Johnny boy? Now what? Let's put like a kind of an arched window here. So just hammering these in freehand. Not using any reference for this. Which could be a problem on there. Put one here as well. Just going to outline them for now. Let's put two in here actually. I like it when they go into the shadow, that's quite nice. Okay, we've got a couple there. Definitely one here. You can kind of see a ghost line of one. This one's going to be more of a arched one. It's a big one. Yeah, I like the ghosts of what's beneath to inform what details go above. That'll do, that'll do. That's a nice one. Need something on this one, I think. What shall we have here then, old chums? I'll tell you what, let's do some circles here. Circles are not the easiest things to add freehand, I suppose, but I think circles work here. Tell you what, one circle. That might be a bit too... I was going to do 3 circles. Let's do it. Second one, this one's a bit smaller. Okay, so it's definitely smaller, isn't it? Naughty. This is where we run into problems trying to attempt some kind of symmetry. That'll do for now. And one more there. This is a bit of a strong statement, these circles. I'm not sure if that was a good idea, but maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Yeah, a bit too hard, really. Tell you what, let's break it up a bit by carry a line down through. Like that. Carry it right down to the bottom. That looks odd. Let's turn that into just an arch. See, we're just playing around with this, it doesn't matter. Let's stop it there. Yeah, we're getting some mixing here of the lighter tone that I used. That's nice. That's okay. It needs to be darker really, but yeah, got problems with the old. What I might do is I've got some old paint here. I'll just break the skin on it. This is more of a black. Maybe I can put some of that in. Mix it in with the blue, darken it a bit. Sorry you can't see that, but there we are. Okay, it's darkened it a bit, but not appreciatively. Is that a word? Buggeration. That'll do, that'll do. Anyway, right, let's colour these ones in. Yeah, there's a bit less white used here, so we're not getting the mixing quite as much. A little bit. But then it kind of looks like light glinting on a dark window, perhaps. It's a shame because this window is quite dark, isn't it? Not going to get that same depth. But once it's dry, I could go over it. But maybe I will, maybe I won't. That's darker, that's better. Okay. Yep, that's better. Okay. That's a nice one here. There's a fair bit of white here, so we might get some mixing. Yeah. But hell, what does it matter, eh? This brush is a bit too cumbersome. Okay. That's fine. Okay, these two. Yeah, we won't have too much mixing on these ones. They can blend into the shadow nicely. Okay. And the other one. Okay. Bit more mixing there, but that's fine. Gently, Bentley, that'll do. Right, what else? Any more? Any more? Tell you what I might do. Put a triangular one in here. Don't be naughty. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. What else? What else? Here where we've got a nice bit of shadow, let's put a circular one here so that it's half out of the shadow. Give it some interest. There we are, there's a window there, half concealed. What else? What else? This is more or less all in shadow here, but it'd be nice to have a little bit of detail. I'll tell you what, let's put a suggestion of a kind of arch there. Maybe another one there. Have seen forms. Yeah, it's just something, isn't it? And we've got this shadowed part here, which I quite like. It might be nice to have a little bit of something there. Let's put a little window in there as well. A tiny one. Okay. What else? I can see another one. Right, let's put this vape down. Gosh. Put another one in there. Hiding. And I saw another one. Yeah, there's one in here, alright. This is an arched one again. Yeah. That one disappears into the shadows. This is quite a structure, isn't it? These slanted buildings are quite odd. I don't know what could be in there. Oh my goodness, can you hear the bells? It's a Wednesday, so they do bell practice at the church. I don't know if the microphone will pick that up, but it's quite a nice sound. I like the fact that there's a bit more blue in these windows. So why are you trying to darken them then, John? Oh, Jim. Some people call me John, some people call me Jim. Okay, right. Yeah, we haven't got as much detail this side. I think we need something on this one. But what? What? I tell you what. Nice big circle here. How about that? Yeah. I like that. This has got a lot of white, so beneath it, so we've got a very light blue here, which is quite nice actually. Got a lot of time for that. Yeah, I like that. Maybe could have another one there. This one might be darker, perhaps. Yeah. So it's going into the shadow. What do you think this is? A castle or a monastery or what? I don't know. Do. Another circle there. Let's pop it in. This is a bit of a dark one. Lovely. Yeah, we live quite near a church, St David's, over the road. Really like the sound of church bells. Used to ring them, you know. Me and my brothers, my dad. Weren't religious as such, just we weren't religious. Just enjoyed ringing the bells. For weddings and occasionally funerals. Not so nice then, of course. What next? What next? What can we put in next? It's good not to clutter too much. That can stay clear. I think something... Oh, hello. There's a ghost of something there. I think it might be another circle, you know. Let's bang it in. That's a nice light one. Yeah, we've got... This is the highlight heavy area. Now, obviously, these aren't perfect circles, but they will do. They will do. See what, I'm going to put a suggestion of a little door here. Little tiny door. Put another door here. Got to have a way to get into this place. There we are. Any other doors? One door patrol. Yes, there is one there. Must be. It's a tiny little door, that one. Okay. I think one more large window, maybe in here, or maybe here. It's quite apt that we've got the sound of bells in the background whilst I'm painting something that looks a bit like a church. Although you may not be able to hear the bells. How unfortunate for you, it's a very nice sound. If you're into bells, that is. Right, I'm getting close to it now, I think. Close to finishing. I think we need something... Might need something here, maybe. Let's put another window. It's funny on these oblique angles. It might look weird, but we'll pop it in anyway. Okay, there we are. Not quite symmetrical, is it, old chum? But it'll do, it'll do. Okay, what else? Yeah, I'm going to do one more here. I'm going to have something... Tell you what, let's do a couple of circles to balance it out. So we'll have a couple of shadowy ones here. Let's pop one in here. Maybe one more underneath of a similar size. I'm getting close to the bottom here, so this may make the circle go a bit nuts. No, we're okay, we're okay. Yeah, that'll do. Right. Just here then. Tell you what, look at this little hanging off bit. Let's have a little window in there. One more window. One more. One more, maybe. Tell you what. Let's do one large one here. This one, I think, will mirror this little detail here. Let's put whatever the hell that was, I don't remember. Like little steps or something. I really enjoyed, just making stuff up. Some cavorting teenagers outside having a merry time. That's very light. Let's darken it up a bit. I don't think they've got their full peal of bells going today. I think there's only a few. I have some sickness, perhaps, in the bell-ringing fraternity of St. David's. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, we're almost there. We are all but there. That wall keeps saying to me, I want a window. Keeps saying it. I think I might give him one. A small one. You're going to have a spiked arch. Are you? Yes, you are. There you are. Thank me later, wall. Yes. I don't know if that works or not, but it's there now. Tell you what, I might do a staggered one, so there's another one there. Yes. Now, don't be naughty. That's it. Be nice. Okay. That'll do. Right, we are there, I'd say. I'd say that was about it. I always say this and then I start dicking around. I've got another one here. Could have another circular one. Or should I put it there? I might put it in there maybe. I like the ones that plunge into the shadows. It's not dead centre, is it? It's a grower. It's a grower. There you go. You naughty window, you naughty. What are you up to? There we go. Yes, that'll do. Right, I think now we're there. Right, let's call that a day. Let's call it a day. Okay, right. Thanks for watching, and hope you've enjoyed this. It's probably taken about an hour and 20 minutes or so. Anyway, oh, there go the bells. Isn't that lovely? Okay, let's end it there. See you next time. Cheerio. Okay, hello there. So I just thought I'd photograph it at the end. It's still very wet, so there's a bit of a sheen on there, but gives you an idea of the final colours values that aren't really picked up on my webcam. So there we are. I think it was quite an interesting exercise, and yeah, I'm relatively happy with it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Cheerio!